So we're back. I moved on to another block, and this is my dragonfly block, and I got it done, and it turned out really nice. I'm very happy with that. And if you would like to see the back, there's the back of it, and it looks really cute. So as you know, I didn't put the same stencil in all my plain blocks. I alternated them and moved them around. I have a teddy bear. I have this little flower here. I have this little pinwheel design, and then I have the dragonflies. So, yeah, I'm very, very pleased with that little design. I've never used this one. I've had it for a while, but I never had anything that I decided to use it on. So anyway, I got everything done, but I guess the border I'm still working on stitching in a ditch here along the edge. So I will just finish that today, and you guys can see me quilting if you like. So there was some other question I had on my page about have I ever quilted batik, and I had to look that one up because I really wasn't sure what that was talking about. And no, I have not quilted with batik. So yeah, I didn't really know what batik was until I looked it up. So you learn something new every day, like I said. There's always something you can learn. Even if you think you're advanced in quilting or whatever you're working on, there's still always something that you can learn. So you just never stop learning. And you can, quilting is such an art. It's like any other art, painting or drawing. There's a never-ending amount of designs and colors and just, there's just a never-ending amount of things you can do with a quilt. It's just endless. And there's also, it's with anything else, painting or drawing or any kind of artwork you do. There's always just so many designs. It boggles your mind. And the more I look at other people's designs in books and catalogs, I just want to make them all, but I just don't have enough time. So I kind of have to limit my time on looking at things like that and materials. I have to stay out of the material shops just because I would just be buying everything if I could. So it's just it can be a bad habit too. So you're gonna have to limit yourself on what you're gonna make at the moment, so that you're not like burying yourself in material. Because I probably would. Maybe I should own my own material shop. I don't know. But yeah, I can go into a quilt shop or a fabric shop and find all kinds of material that I would love to use in quilts, but it's the fact that it's time consuming. Also, you just have to make time for it. And even trying to design a pattern, deciding on a pattern, I should say, or what you want to do with each quilt, it takes a little time. So you have to think about those things. But it still, to me, is an enjoyable, calming craft or, habit, whatever you want to call it. It's just something I like to do, just to sit and quilt quietly, and it's good to get away from like a hectic day and just sit and quilt. It's calming to me. I wanted to show you my needle. I recently broke a needle, but the needles that I have, they are quilting needles, but I keep bending them. Here's a picture of it. So when I bend them, that's when, if I get in a tough spot, like in a seam, like where you're stitching in a ditch, it will break. So you have to be careful that you don't break it and shove it through your finger. That's why I wear these. But sometimes if this gets off of the metal part, I can still poke it through the leather. So that's why when my needle bends like this, I usually just throw it away and get a new one, because my last needle did not bend, and it I can't remember where I got it, but this pack of needles that I got are for quilting, but they're kind of weak. So I kind of like to get a needle that's a little bit thicker than this, just because, you know, these ones are kind of fragile and they want to bend. So I'm going to throw that one away and get myself a new needle. That's the second one I threw away this week because I was quilting. And it wants to break. The needles want to break when you get through thicker layers of fabric. So I had one break the other day, and it just scares you, because you almost, I mean, you can poke your finger through it or cut yourself somehow. But yeah, I don't know. The last pack of needles I bought, I'm not real thrilled with. So I think I'm going to go back to these. They were a little bit shorter and heavier. So sometimes it's hard because I have used this heavier thread. I don't know what I did with that last piece of thread, but I used the heavier, oh, here it is. I used the heavier hand quilting thread because I like it. It's bolder. It's called bold quilting thread, and it kind of helps your quilting pattern stand out better. But some of the needles, the eye is kind of shiny, and I have a hard time getting it through the eye of the needle. So I might have to get my little needle helper out and thread this one. Well, I'll get that threaded in a bit because I have to change my hoop. I have to move it to a new section. So I'm going to do that and keep quilting, keep learning, because we learn something new every day, and have fun doing it. We'll see you later. Bye.